Right, let's get the latest transfer news. And Martin Zubimendi is understood to be in London finalising his move to Arsenal. Arsenal have an agreement in principle on all aspects of the deal, including the £51 million release clause and personal terms on a long-term contract for the Real Sociedad midfielder, who is expected to become Mikel Arteta's first signing of the summer.
Arsenal wanted Nico. Arsenal will still add an important winger this summer because the expectation is for Arsenal to sign a top striker, a winger, a midfielder and more. So let's put some order for Arsenal. First news of the day, Thomas Partey is expected to leave Arsenal as a free agent. No agreement over new deal, no agreement close at this stage. They negotiated, they discussed, Arsenal offered a new deal to Thomas Partey, no agreement on the conditions, and so now Thomas Partey can really leave Arsenal as a free agent. Let me say that as of today, there are very good chances, let's say barring any last minute change, Thomas Partey will leave Arsenal as a free agent. So let's follow that story, let's follow that situation. On Arsenal, it's also important to say that Miles Lewis Kelly signs new deal at the club, new long-term deal, it's done, it's agreed, and it's an excellent news for Arsenal because despite all the rumors of Real Madrid, last week I came here and I told you the club is very confident, optimistic, sure that Miles Lewis Kelly will sign a new deal, and now it's done. So one more news, Thomas is leaving, Lewis Kelly is signing a new deal, and don't forget about Martin Zubimendi. Because Arsenal will sign Zubimendi, it's a here we go since May, not today, not last week, 2 weeks ago, May, here we go, Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Now, just to clarify, Arsenal will not formally pay the release clause, Arsenal will pay slightly more than the 60 million euros, around 63, 64, but in installments. Very good relationship with Real Sociedad, the Merino deal, the Odegaard deal, and now they will pay this money in several years. So this is the agreement. Zubimendi will do his medical, sign the contract and become a new Arsenal player, a crucial part of the new project wanted by Mikel Arteta, who was absolutely instrumental and crucial to make this deal happen for Zubimendi, because despite interest of several clubs, Barcelona 1 year ago, Bayern even before, also Liverpool considered the player and wanted the player, they were quite close 1 year ago, now Arsenal have been able to make it happen. So Zubimendi goes to Arsenal, no doubts about that. Many questions on the striker. Just wanted to clarify something on Gyokeres, guys. Waiting to understand how this situation of Gyokeres will be resolved between Sporting and Victor Gyokeres agents. Remember that Sporting had a pact with Victor Gyokeres agents for the player to leave for 60-65 million euros this summer, and now the president is still not respecting this pact and deciding to ask for a higher fee. So this is the situation around Gyokeres. I also wanted to clarify that despite the rumors on agents being involved, different agents being involved in the story, I'm not aware of that. There is no other agent taking care of the story for Victor Gyokeres. The agents of Gyokeres, so Hasan Çetinkaya and all the other people close to him, are taking care of this topic with Sporting, trying to get the best solution possible with Arsenal still there for Victor Gyokeres. So that's the situation as of now for Gyokeres. Waiting to understand because Gyokeres is giving priority to Arsenal, but now the pricing will be important. On Benjamin Sesko, as I told you yesterday, still no agreement done with Arsenal. Contacts continue, but still nothing agreed for personal terms, all with Red Bull Leipzig. So still not final stages of the story. Still want to follow for the striker position. On strikers, I wanted to close today's video by mentioning again Ugo Ekitike, because we still have to keep an eye on the Ugo Ekitike story. Eintracht asked for 100 million euros to Chelsea a few weeks ago. It was almost 2 weeks ago, and Chelsea started to explore different options, including João Pedro, who remains one of the players they are following, while Newcastle are in talks for the Brazilian. So Chelsea at the moment are not intention to pay that money. There is a feeling between English top clubs that maybe Eintracht in the next days or weeks could accept slightly less than 100 million euros, maybe 80, 90 million euros, but we will see what Eintracht will decide to do. Again, don't forget the other clubs, because Man United called for Ugo Ekitike to be informed of the situation of the player, to be informed on negotiations with other clubs. So Man United remain in contact with the agent, but I keep telling you, also Liverpool are there. Also Liverpool are in the race. I maintain my position. If, as I expect, Darwin Núñez will leave Liverpool, and again, my expectation is yes, Darwin will go.
Arsenal, Rodrygo. I'd love to be talking about the striker. Will this be the week that Arsenal go for a striker, get that striker deal done? Will it be Gyokeres or Sesko? Let us know in the chat where you would go. I think they should get Sesko. I would be very happy with Gyokeres if I was an Arsenal fan, but I think they should get Sesko because it's bloody obvious that it's the player that Arteta wants. They also want a winger as well. Nico Williams is clearly going to go to Barcelona, but the latest news this morning is that Rodrygo is still an option for Arsenal. The concern is the wage demands he would make. And I think that this demand is, you know, quite an intelligent conversation for Arsenal fans or an observer anyway. I would be looking at that, and they're talking about ridiculous money. I think they're talking about like 300 grand a week or something like that. I don't know what he's on at Real Madrid, but these sort of deals would worry me if I was Arsenal, because I look at the way Wolves and Brighton and Bournemouth recruit, and they'll go and get the player that will do really well, and then 2 years time they'll get sold for 60, 70, 80, 90 million to Man United, Chelsea or whoever. Arsenal here would be going for Rodrygo, fantastic player who is almost going, I'll do you a favour. I'll come to Arsenal if you make me ridiculously rich. And these deals, I don't think they befit what the Premier League needs to be, and I don't think they befit what Arsenal are really looking for. You want players like Rodrygo, but you want those players to be going, I want to come and play for Arsenal. Looks like I'm on the fringes at Real Madrid. I want to be a first-team player, and I want to prove what I'm all about. When you start going, we're interested, and then the players coming back with ridiculous wage demands, my initial thought is, well, here we go. It's a mercenary move, isn't it? I don't really want to leave Real Madrid, but if I am, you better pay me. And it's like, that's not really that endearing. Fantastic player, but if it's about wages, you've got to be avoiding that sort of a deal, I think. But look, Arsenal do need a winger. I think Nico Williams was going to be a very interesting signing for them, but obviously Barcelona have gone back in and done it again.